even though I consider myself somewhat of a biblical apologist. And because of that, some people will think that I don't love or appreciate science, or for that matter, technology. But here's the thing. I love science. I love technology, but I can't stand Elon Musk. Now, look at it this way. The Earth, according to science, is 4.543 billion years old. 4.453 billion years old. And it took mankind that many years, basically minus 55 years, to land on the moon, if we in fact did land on the moon, which I personally don't believe we did. But we landed on the moon, supposedly, 1969, 55 years ago. And it took us 4.543 billions of years to finally make that happen. And now, in 2024, Elon Musk says that he is going to go to Mars. He's going to send a robot to land on Mars, which is 140 million miles away. But it took us 4.5 billion years to only go 238,000 miles to the moon. Think about that for a second. Man's advancement over the course of 4.5 billion years allowed us, if you believe it, to make it to the moon, which is only 239,000 miles away. And now, in 2026, Elon Musk says he's going to land a rocket ship or whatever it is his vehicle is going to be with a robot in it to go 140 million miles away. And here's the point about this. This is what he is telling the world, and particularly our government, that he is going to do, which is going to allow him to get funded. Imagine with selling the governments around the world, perhaps, but definitely ours, selling the governments on providing you taxpayer dollars to go 140 million miles, which we should know that if people are skeptical about the fact that we landed on the moon, which is only 239,000 miles away, how can you expect to believe with a reasonable mind that we're going to travel 140 million miles away to Mars? This is just dumbfoundingly stupid to believe. It's ridiculous. And yet, Elon Musk has successfully got people to believe this nonsense. But if you imagine, because I believe NASA is one of the biggest ripoffs in America. All of the money that is sent to them, all the taxpayer dollars that go to them for research and development. Elon Musk wants to have research and development dollars to go 140 million miles. Now, if you just do a slight extrapolation, and I'm no mathematician by any stretch of the imagination, but if it took man 4.5 billion years to go to the moon, which is only 239,000 miles away, and you extrapolate, even if you give time for the progress of man to move through the technology that we got to get there, and now you believe we're going to believe a man, fund him on the strength of a ambition that is so far-fetched, but we're going to fund it potentially to get to the moon. I mean, to get to Mars. This is a complete and utter scam, but it's a way for him to have the next 10 generations of his family getting funded, at least. Because there is no possible way on God's green earth that we are ever, and I mean ever, going to Mars. I don't believe we're ever going to get to the moon. But if you want to believe that, we keep putting people in place who fund things like this, and we will see that our tax dollars are going to go through the roof. Now, keep in mind, this is the same guy who's saying we're going to get to Mars 140 million miles away. We have been expecting the Tesla Roadster for over 8 years now. People put down $50,000 deposits to get the Tesla Roadster, the sports car. We haven't gotten that in 8 years. He's been promising that. And we're supposed to believe that he's going to take us to Mars, 140 million miles away. When people and scientists are still arguing and saying that we've never landed on the moon. Just my thoughts. Curious to see what the comments may be on this.